A wonderful good afternoon, dear LinkedIn community. So this is report day number 2 from JEC, and together with me is Maximilian Schultes from RAMPF Composites. And Alexander, please come into the screen. We got Alexander Egge here. He's the chief of tooling, RAMPF tooling.
R&D director, yes.
Yes. Okay. I will start with Maximilian. Maximilian, come with me, and let's talk about the expo, the JEC here. So you are here now with the entire team of RAMPF Group. The first time in, is it 3 years now?
Yeah, it's been 3 years. It's good to be back. We are here with our team that basically everybody that does anything that touches composites. So from our tooling division, our liquid resin systems, and our composites division, where we develop and design and manufacture composite components. But it's good to be back. It's nice and busy.
So you're coming all the way from Canada? And what I would like to say hello to our friend Max here on LinkedIn community, and please make a comment. Can you hear us? Can you see us in a proper way? Because we are streaming live from the JEC Expo here in Villepinte near Paris. And you know, life is life, and sometimes lives have a difficulty and a challenge in the tone. But it looks like that some people have joined us already, and we will dive into this now. So, Max, when you started the exhibition, and you have, the first idea to come back to JEC, how did you, prepare your program here? What did you say is important to have the community know?
Well, so while the pandemic happened and while we weren't able to come here and meet with our friends and colleagues and customers, we have been quite busy continuing the development on a range of products, and we can really now offer the full range from the tooling, liquid resin systems to finished composite products in a very efficient and sustainable manner. So we can really cut down the effort that you need to invest into tooling, investment and the lead times on it. And we have resin systems that are easy to process on this. And then we can help you design and with the design and development of the components. And my colleague Alex can talk a lot more about the sustainability aspect, which everybody is talking about, which is a very important topic. And what the work that we've done there in regards to how we can increase the sustainability and the recycling content in our tooling board products, for instance.
Okay, wonderful. So I'm seeing the community is coming in right now. I'm looking at the comments. Mehmet Durmush is here, says hello. Rakesh is here. Rakesh, I met you upstairs just a few moments ago. Malam Avanan. Please write in the comments whether you can hear and see us. And Alexander, I would like to call you on the screen right now. And please explore and elaborate more on what Max said regarding the sustainability aspect.
Yeah, so actually we are working since 15 years on these topics, which means all our modeling materials, our tooling materials, we are trying to do the closed loop recycling, which means due to the thermal glycolysis we are using there, and we kind of break down these, and you can see here, you can see here, right, we have these chips. They come from the milling of the material, which we actually collect.
Okay.
And then we use these chips again and break it down to a new polyol, which we are actually again using in this material, which means we have a closed loop recycling kind of thing there. And we just want to talk about that because it's now there is the right time for us to do it, because we do it since 15 years.
Right.
But we think now it's getting way more important. We have much more interest in there, and we just want to show it that we really think ahead of our time in that case. And that's the important thing that we just want to show. We still can have high performance also with the recycling and sustainability. Oh.
Okay, gentlemen, this is happening live right now. I will take this opportunity to show you around. We are on an exhibition, if you don't believe it. So this is the booth of RAMPF. I will show you around in a few moments more. And now let's continue with Alexander.
Yeah, as already said, the important thing there is that we don't lose any performance, and these materials, they normally have like mechanical properties which are very important. We need to have a low CTE, so it means nice dimensional stability on tooling. So this is really something we want to point out again to say, hey, we are already doing the closed loop recycling in our products. So
Okay, wonderful. So Ahmed says it's a good topic. Dankeschön, he says Ilkay, and oh, no camera down. Yeah, the camera was a bit shaking right now. We are on an exhibition live from JEC here, and life is life, and things can happen. Okay, so with sustainability comes, of course, recycling. So is this a recycled material? Can you once again show it to
yes,
the
exactly.
lens?
So again, if you see these chips here, they're from the milling process basically, and every customers they actually mill the material to the shape they need. And so what we do, these chips we in-house at the moment, we internally collect them because they need to be really clean and separated.
Yeah.
So for the processing, as it's a chemical recycling, it needs to be it's sensitive process. So what we do here, we collect it in-house, and then we take these chips, break it down to a new raw material, which we actually use again. So it's the closed loop we are trying to build up.
Wonderful. So the closed contour tooling, is that in your
Yes, exactly
responsibility?
it is.
Tell us about the closed contour tooling. What is the benefit of that, using it in which industries is it used?
Yeah, so it's used in a lot of industries. Basically, it could be foundry industry where we are in because of our high performance, high abrasion resistant
Right.
material. It's also used in the like pre-preg layup stuff. So basically, it's all where you need to get a shape depending on which pre-preg or whatsoever you're using. And the nice sustainable thing on the close contour casting actually would be that you don't build up a big block and you mill it down and you have a lot of waste. So basically what you do, you already are close to near net shape basically, and then you can just mill much less of the material.
Yeah.
You have less waste, you are faster in milling time and all that, which makes it a sustainable product at the end of the day. It needs to be a decent size because otherwise it doesn't make sense because we have to prepare a mold and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, if there is a high consumption of
Nicht
material,
festhalten.
if there's a high consumption of material, it's very, very, very sufficient and also sustainable if you compare it to the standard block building. And the very important thing on that as well is you don't have any bonding lines or stuff, which
Right.
will be later shown on your part. So it's a really monolithic part where you can always have a great result afterwards.
Yeah.
So
So if someone wants to see the tooling, where can they find it on the internet? Do we have a landing page?
yeah, sure. We have
Yeah.
the RAMPF Tooling Solutions website, and
Yeah.
there we have a product finder. So you guys just go in there and you try to figure out which product is interesting for you, and then you get the technical data sheet as well as safety data sheets if necessary. So we have everything on our
Yeah.
website. It's
And if anyone wants to talk more about this, learns more about this, he calls you or your sales team.
yeah, basically our sales
Your
team,
sales
and
team. Yeah.
depending on which request, they actually will forward it
Yeah.
to the technical department.
Wonderful. Okay, Max, coming back to you. Now we are at the JEC Expo, coming back from the technical side to the the event side. How satisfied are you right now with the response here?
We are very happy. Like
Okay.
we are very happy. It's been busier than we expected. Like after this forced break, we didn't really know what we have to expect here in terms of visitor volume, etc. But yeah, we've been busy on our feet all day since yesterday morning. So it's been very good.
Yeah. So if you compare it with the last time you were here in 2019, more or less
Well,
visitors.
2019, if you walk down that main aisle back there, you basically couldn't walk.
You couldn't walk as
It
was
was
so
so
much. Yeah.
busy. It's been a steady stream,
Yeah.
and like yeah, we're quite
And it was
satisfied.
from the first minute, right? People
Yes,
come in.
yeah.
So if you're watching live right now and you're from the composite industry, we are still here today and all day tomorrow. Grab your ticket and come here. Stop by RAMPF and talk to Alexander, talk to Maximilian about these composite solutions. I had Maximilian in a LinkedIn live prior to this already, and we were speaking about new product development. Also, look at that episode. Yeah, other than that, what eye catchers do we have else here? I mean, I want to show this nice backdrop here without losing the camera. So you see aerospace. Is aerospace in your genes? Also
Uh,
GENES.
yes, it absolutely is on the composites manufacturing side.
Yeah.
It's been a big topic since the inception of that company, that part of the company, and On the tooling side, we are a big supplier to the aerospace industry as well. One aspect that Alex just mentioned about the close counter casting, where you can really efficiently make large components, large molds with just minimal material that you have to mill away. So that's a big area for us um, in that sense. And on the liquid resin side, it is becoming more and more a topic as
Yeah.
well.
Is the aerospace market coming back? What do you think, Maximilian? I mean, during the pandemic, we have seen production numbers going down. A few manufacturing components went down in the numbers. Also, airplane production went down. Is it coming back now?
It, what we see, it is coming back.
Right.
We've been quite busy the last couple of months. Yes, the 2 years were not too much fun
Okay.
in certain sense, or it was. I mean, 90% of the worldwide fleet has been grounded from one day to the next.
Yeah,
That has never
exactly.
happened
Yeah.
before. So obviously, the aerospace industry and the whole supply chain industry to it has been impacted. I think
Yeah.
everybody felt that, but we see a very active pickup right now in activity and uptick on the orders, and yeah, we're busy.
Okay, so if I may ask you, in which programs are you, or at least which manufacturers are you? Yeah, free to talk about it, or do you have non-disclosure agreements? Give
Obviously,
us some insights here.
obviously there is non-disclosure agreements, but we are delivering parts for the Airbus A220, for the Airbus
Nice.
A320.
Yeah.
We are delivering parts for some Boeing airplanes, and yeah, also some of the Brazilian manufactured airplanes. So we are supplier, a tier two supplier, not a direct supplier, a tier two supplier to basically all the big OEMs. And yeah, a tier two supplier has a choice of two big tier one suppliers in that field, and that's those are our customers.
Very good, very good. Thank you so much. We don't need to dive
Yeah.
more deeper than that. So the final question I'm having is, and uh, whenever I talk to the exhibitors, I have to ask that we are in a bit of a challenging time regarding supplies. Now I know you are not the supply chain manager and not responsible for it, but give me a feeling in terms of, are there bottlenecks? If yes, is it across the board? Is it specific parts? And how does JEC help you actually to overcome that, if it does at all?
Well, the raw material situation is an issue. On the raw materials, the supply chain is a topic. We are also a material supplier, like on the tooling side, on the resin side, and that's where we feel that pain as well. We are so far doing a very good job in protecting our customers to keep deliveries and to keep
Right.
keep them working. It is challenging. Events like JEC really help to reconnect in person with our suppliers
Reinforce the
and
relationships with the suppliers.
reinforce them. And I have to say, we, I think, are in the fortunate situation of having very good relationships with our raw material suppliers that have helped us a great deal in these challenging times.
Wonderful. Okay, so then I would switch one more time to Alexander. And I'm seeing, in meanwhile, we have Daniel from Heidelberg. Thanks, Daniel, for switching in. And Sharat from India is there. Nice to meet you, Sharat, again. And Beate Blindo says hello from Friesland. You, Alexander, are based
In Grafenberg, at the headquarters from RAMPF
in the headquarters.
Exactly.
Okay. So when one of our community members gets an interest,
Yes.
walk us through the process, how you develop, construct toolings.
Yeah. So
How does it work? What information do you typically need in order to start this process of development?
So basically, what we need is kind of a sheet where we know which mechanical properties are needed, which application properties are needed, and we need to know the processing the customer actually is using. And once we know that, we kind of tailor-made develop the system for the customers. And there will be a second and third loop for sure, because you will not have it at once. But at the end of the day, it's important that we get in contact and we're having a good technology partnership with the customer actually. So once the customer is telling me what he needs, I can actually give him what he wants.
Yeah.
I need to know where's the issue. Otherwise, I will not be able to develop it in a good way. So it's always a thing that we have to exchange a lot of internal information. But once we have that set up, we are a good partner to actually go with.
Okay. Alexander, do you mind showing me around on this booth?
No,
We
sure.
take now the
Let's do it.
tripod in our hands
Yes,
and take
let's
the
do it.
community to your booth. We take this cable with us. Yeah. Now we have to improvise a bit, yeah, with these cables, so that you can hear us
So let
in a
me
good
get to
way.
your side.
Yeah.
All right.
So as you see, we got sandwich. Have you had sandwich
I
before?
haven't had a sandwich before because it's really busy here. I really appreciate the people showing up here.
Right.
So we didn't have time actually. Max and myself are just walking around
Tight
talking.
schedules, right?
Exactly. So
Okay. So we will turn now to this grand backdrop here, and if I tilt this down, so you see the aerospace and what we have. The headlines are. I will talk to you from here. So the headlines are models, molds, parts, lightweight composite solutions, high temperature tooling, seamless tooling, engineering services, carbon fiber, fiberglass composites, tough resin systems, and composite manufacturing. Let me come to seamless tooling.
yes.
So, what do you understand on seamless tooling? What's the definition of seamless
Seamless
tooling?
tooling actually is the close contour
Kannst du das halten, Max?
Seamless tooling actually would be the close contour processing,
Yeah.
as we don't have any bonding lines
Right.
in our material. So if we do the build up, so we have a monolithic part where we can actually make a part which has no seams at all
Yeah.
because you don't have a bonding line. So
Yeah.
that's basically what we talk about seamless tooling there.
Okay, wonderful. I think then that's okay. Anything
All
else you
right.
want to relate to our community? Max, come on the.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for tuning in. And yeah, if you have time, come by here on the booth in Hall 5, Q15. If you don't have time or you're not here in Paris, then reach out to us. And
Exactly.
we we love tough challenges, and we like really helping you to solve them.
Alexander, your final call to
Yes,
action?
from my side, as always, we want to show that we are look ahead of the game. We want to show that we are already doing a lot of sustainability stuff. And if you're interested in that, just don't hesitate to contact me because we already have RAMPF Eco Solutions as a company in our group. So we have the best setup for that case.
Wonderful. So I called you guys the one-stop shop of composites, and once again, one more time, I'm seeing here this is really the one-stop shop. And one more time, a final look. This gentleman is Nasri. He's taking our perspective video, and then we got Paul. I may introduce Paul to you. Paul, come here.
Here we
We need to speak to Paul.
go. Come on.
Just say hello.
Paul,
Say hello.
it's your mic.
So, Paul,
Hello,
what
everybody in LinkedIn world.
Yeah.
Welcome to JEC.
Yeah, what's your role at
My role is business
RAMP?
development for the Composite Group out of Canada.
Right. So you bring in the inquiries,
The inquiries
and
we're
then Alexander
developing-
and
Alexander
Max
Max
are working on that.
They work on the technical side, and we bring in all the strategic opportunities. We work with clients both in aerospace, medical, as well as industrial for looking for new opportunities. And if you're at the JEC, please drop by our booth, Hall 5, Q15. Thank you.
So thanks, Paul.
Thank you.
Paul made a great job in taking care of that everything is here free to move, and of course he's a business developer, and we are like-minded people as business developers, but we need, of course, and rely also to our technical colleagues. So thank you so much, dear community. And if you have tuned in at a later stage, this will be now available as a replay just after we've closed this. Have a nice day. Bye bye.